See your driver's license, please.
Yes, sir. Can I ask what you pull over for?
Absolutely. As soon as I see your driver's license, I will be very happy to tell you.
That's not how it works. Can you tell, first of all, what's your name and your badge number?
I'm sorry. I do this for a living. You don't. I tell you how this works.
No.
Let me see your driver's license, or I'm going to pull you out of your car and arrest you for failing to provide ID. This is a legal request. I don't want to hear any other words out of your mouth except here's my driver's license. Please.
Can you say it again?
Absolutely. I need your driver's license so I know who you are. I am not asking you. I am telling you. Give me your driver's license.
My name is...
I don't want your name. I want a physical ID as required by Arizona law.
I am asking you when I'm getting pulled over.
I will tell you as soon as I see your driver's license.
Okay. I will gladly give you my license.
Usually
I get some identification of the reason why I'm getting pulled over. That's usually how it works.
All right. Well, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. And the reason I stopped you is you're traveling 71 miles an hour in a posted 45-mile-per-hour zone. We also see registration and current proof insurance, please.
Can I do some more doorbell?
Unless it's going to magically appear in your hands, you would have to, right? All of your information still current, still living on Mesa?
I don't answer any questions.
Okay.
And I had to get on my phone.
You're the one who decided it needed to be recording, so you could also use it to provide current proof insurance.
He wants me to update.
Well, you're required to provide it in a amount of time that would be...
Right, it's coming up right now.
Okay.
Let's give me 15 seconds.
So while I'm sitting here, and I am a public servant, is there any other questions I can answer for you, reference our contact? Okay, just want to make sure. You keep working on that. There's no reason to be confrontational like that. There was no part of my contact with him was confrontational. Super simple and cordial, and he just, for some reason, just can't seem to understand that there's a sequence of events that transpires here in Pinal County. And if he doesn't like that, maybe he needs to move back to Mesa. As soon as he recorded me, and I asked him, hey, I need your driver's license. He's like, I'd be happy to give it to you. But before that, when he wasn't recording me, he absolutely wouldn't. So it's that's why you can't believe everything that you see online, is because there was that whole entire contact that happened, and then he starts to record, and all of a sudden he's just the nicest guy, and I'm this big mean guy that's just demanding stuff. I would imagine he will interpret the fact that he's getting a ticket as a result of his terrible attitude, when really it's just the fact that he is just violating Arizona motor vehicle law. So in case you're wondering what 71 miles an hour at 1,065 feet looks like on a laser, that's what it is. And that was his speed. So after I locked him in on this, I watched him drive past me, never lost sight of him, pulled in right behind him. So I'm sure this is the type of guy that wants to find some sort of, I don't know, but something to fight in this. All right, kind sir. Can I have a contact phone number for you with an area code first, please? Sure, absolutely. Okay. Well, all the
supervisor?
No. No, you can contact one by phone.
But if I'm requesting a supervisor, you deny me?
I can give you the contact phone number for the sheriff's office. Absolutely. It's area code 520-866-5912.
5912?
Yep.
Do you normally, just a couple questions for you, do you normally threaten to pull people out of the car just for them asking why they got pulled over?
100% when they refuse to provide identification like you did.
But isn't that a secondary offense? Arizona's not a stop and ID state. Like I asked you why I was being pulled
That's
over.
correct.
And you didn't want to tell me until I use it as a predecessor.
That's correct, because I need to know who I'm talking to first.
Well, hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Per civil rights and laws,
Okay.
and unless I am being arrested, or unless I'm being
Failing to provide evidence of identity is a criminal
no,
offense.
it's a secondary offense.
Doesn't matter.
It is.
It's an offense.
It doesn't. Officer Sloup, if you will let me speak, and then I'll let you speak. Is that all right?
No.
You don't want to let me speak.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not here for a back and forth.
Well,
this
why
isn't
not?
I talk and you talk. It is, absolutely it is.
Normally, per the civil rights,
This has nothing to do with civil rights.
Per the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, which you hold an oath to uphold, I know it's very, very disappointing because I like to follow the rules too. Obviously, I got caught breaking something. However,
well, you like to follow rules except for speed limits that you don't like to follow.
It's objective or subjective. That's the cursor. Okay, so if
if we want to play word games, we can play word games here.
We can play word games as long as you want.
Absolutely.
Per the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, being secure in my own rights to hold my identity, unless, especially in a state that's not a stop and ID state, aren't you supposed to tell me why you're pulling me over?
Absolutely. There is absolutely no requirement for me to tell you. I told you as a common courtesy because it's what I normally do during traffic stops.
I know, but it's what you normally do. That's not what the law says you do.
It is not a law.
It is. It's not a stop and ID state.
It is. It's not a law.
Okay. We have a difference.
We can agree to. You are certainly going to get one. So, all the information up the top is yours. Vehicle's information's here. It says today at 10:05, you're 71 and a posted 45. Now, RMP stands for reasonable and prudent, and that's what the speed limit is. And you're 71 miles an hour and a posted 45. Got you on laser, the most accurate of all speed detection devices.
Do you have a printout?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a printout or a screenshot?
No. I have a screenshot, yes.
Can I have that?
You cannot.
How come?
Because I have no way to print it out in my car.
Okay.
So, the direction you're facing right now is eastbound in the number 1 lane. State Route 24 at Meridian was the closest intersection. Your citation is for speed greater than reasonable and prudent. You're cited into the Santan Justice Court, which is located up in Chandler. You have a court date only if you wish to appear on the first day of November at 9 o'clock in the morning. If not, your phone number right here leads you to the court. Knowledgeable court staff there will be able to answer any questions you have, including giving you any sort of information on traffic school. This right here is the driver's license, the registration to which you provided, and an exact carbon copy of the citation. All right. Any further questions I can answer for you today, sir? All right. And just so you know, my sergeant is Sergeant Erickson. He's the person that you're going to... Thanks for putting your window up. They say you don't want to talk to me anymore. I really hope that this goes to court. I hope with every fiber of my being that I get to go and see him again. Because there's not a judge anywhere in the state of Arizona that would entertain that tomfoolery that just happened there. So hopefully I'll get to see him again, and then we'll have another cordial conversation. So let's see. Can you put your window down? Can you put your window down, please? There we go. Hi, well, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. Any reason why you have your hands up?
I'm scared.
Okay, can you put your window all the way down for me? Please?
Yeah, I just don't know what's going on. Because I saw you like this. And just a little nervous.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. Can I see your driver's license, please? Why are you crying?
Because you're making me nervous. I don't know
What about me has made you nervous? What the issue is that all of your windows in this vehicle are illegally tinted, and I can't see in it. When I can't see into a vehicle, right, you can see how that could be dangerous for me, right? So I would be slightly apprehensive of just walking up here because I don't know what's in here because your windows are illegally tinted. And that's actually why there's a window tint law, is for my safety. It's also dark for you looking out, especially at night. So that entire vehicle has illegal tint. Front windshield, side windows, everything is illegal. And I walk up there and she puts her window down this far where I can't see in, and she's like this. Not going to give you a ticket for your window tint, although it is a ticketable offense.
What's I doing?
Well, you have illegal tint on your front windshield, front driver's side window, and front passenger side window. So I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. And like I just said, that's the reason I stopped you. All those reasons. And you're not wearing your seatbelt. Very important.
Must be bored, huh?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I got lots of stuff to do. This guy's definitely not excited the fact that I pulled him over for his window tint, even though he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. He's not happy about it, and I don't think he understands that Arizona's a click it or ticket state. You got to wear your seatbelt. Him asking if I was bored is kind of an interesting question, because I'm in the traffic unit and my job is to stop people for observed violations of Arizona motor vehicle law, which having illegally dark tinted windows is. So I'm literally here doing my job. Not because I'm bored, but because the sheriff is kind enough to let me drive around in this car. Oh, he's been booked by us before. That must be why he doesn't like us. Oh, we've had lots of contacts with him. Citation, just seatbelt ticket. That's it. So not a window tint ticket.
You're the first person that said anything about my tint.
I hear that a lot. This is a window tint meter. If this number is higher than 30%, I'm going to give you a warning for not wearing your seatbelt. If it's lower than 30%, then I'm going to write you a ticket for your seatbelt. Okay? Because that was the reason for my stop.
The seatbelt.
Seatbelt.
But how can
No.
you said you didn't see
No, the tint was the reason for my stop. When I got behind you, I saw you weren't wearing your seatbelt. So I can't stop you for not wearing a seatbelt. You can see through the back window. Okay. And that is 15%. And the reason I stopped you is all of your windows are illegally tinted. Both your front driver's side, front passenger side, and the window tint that's all over your windshield is all illegal. It is not something that I write a ton of tickets for, but it is a great legal reason for me to get up to someone's window and talk to them to see if there's, any impairment, if they're smoking weed, if they're drunk, suspended licenses, warrants. There's a ton of things that a very simple stop for window tint leads to. The vast majority of the time, like right now, as long as this driver's license is valid, which it is, she doesn't have any warrants, I'm gonna let her go and let her know, hey, your window tint's legal. Do a little bit of education and kick her down the road. And I'm gonna document that I stopped her and what she was stopped for, and if she gets another stop for that same reason, and she's given a ticket, at least I feel like it's that level of driving here with people that aren't playing your game of driving and seeing who could get in front of who is absolutely unacceptable. Let me see your driver's license.
I don't have it on me.
You don't have, so you're driving the way you are and you're suspended. I don't care where you are going. There isn't a stipulation in Arizona state law that says I can drive in an overly aggressive manner while my license is suspended. And you're not wearing your seatbelt. So, I don't know what you expect from this traffic stop, but that level of driving is unacceptable. Do you have any ID so I know who you are?
Hello, sir.
Hi, why were you driving like that?
Back there.
I watched what you did.
No, I know.
You also have a brake that functions in this vehicle, right?
Yes, sir.
So you didn't have to race in front of him and cut him off and then hit your brakes. You could have simply just applied your brake and let him go by you, right?
Yep.
But you didn't, and you decided to travel at a criminal amount of speed, the speed limit here is 45, to get in front of him and then road rage him and slam on your brakes the second that you got in front of him. Is any of that incorrect?
No, yes, I didn't slam on my brakes. He was back there flipping me off, moving on me. That's why I passed him.
Okay.
And then I moved back in, and you're absolutely right. I slowed down, but I
You
slowed down.
okay.
We were coming out. I did not brake check him. I didn't go hard.
But you
you're
did.
absolutely
You
right.
cut in front of him, and then you applied your brakes.
I moved when I knew it was safe. I was way. I didn't cut anybody off. I didn't do anything aggressive, but I did apply my brakes. Sorry.
But the passing movement was aggressive because it was at a criminal amount of
I
speed.
was hoping you could have seen him flipping me off and all that. Which is no big deal. It doesn't matter.
See your driver's license. So I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is for aggressive / reckless driving, criminal speed. I may see your registration, current proof of insurance. So he says that you were doing some sort of like swerving and flipping him off. Was there anything like that?
He was behind me.
I know, I saw him.
He came up behind me and he flew right behind me. And almost hit me as he went by.
I saw that also.
So I just wanted to run him down and be in front of him.
Okay, probably not a good idea.
I know.
Right? Now as you sit here
I got
and
PTSD too.
and tempers have settled down a little bit, probably not the best idea to see someone driving in a manner that's unsafe and then aggressively chase them down so you could have a conversation with them, which probably wouldn't be as cordial.
Well. I know, yes.
Which wouldn't be as cordial as this conversation. All right, hang tight for me, boss. Settle down. There's a lot of bad decisions that's in between us to the front and back right now. What we saw before we hit the camera was some like aggressive, reckless driving, like super fast speeding, cutting off lane changes, and it's just two guys that have no ability to control their tempers. And I don't understand why this happens on roadways in Santan when we're out here just trying to keep people safe. But everyone's gonna leave here with a ticket today. You're both getting tickets, but because you're parked here, I'm just gonna write you first so I can get you out and away from behind me. So, at one point, trying to catch up to you guys, I was doing over 90 miles an hour. Not that you were, I was trying to close the speed. A couple times, speeds in the 70s popped up, which means that, and you guys were faster than that. So, well, what I can absolutely say is that you were over 70 miles an hour. So, your citation is for 70 and a 45, which is a criminal amount of speed. RMP stands for reasonable and prudent, which for you is 0 because your driver's license is suspended. So you're getting a citation for driving while your license is suspended, exceeding the speed limit by more than 20 miles an hour, not wearing your seatbelt, and not having current proof of mandatory insurance. You're going to have a mandatory court date. He is going to get a mixture of these same tickets. He's not suspended and he has insurance and was wearing his seatbelt, but he's also going to get some citations. So, just need you to sign right here. By signing, you're not saying you did anything wrong. All you're saying is that you promised to appear. Now, I seized your driver's license because it is illegal for you to be in possession of it when it is knowingly suspended. So I'm going to take it, return it back to MVD. You need to get one. I also don't want to leave you sitting here behind me. So I want you to do is move your car into the Circle K parking lot and leave it there. Okay? I'm going to give that to you there. If you can move, I'm going to make sure traffic's good. If you can move around my car, just because I don't want you blocking my red and blue lights from people. And please, read some books on stoicism. Be more calm and level-headed and less emotional in your driving. It'll make you safer and you'll have less conversations with us.
My time overseas.
I'm sorry?
It was my time overseas.
It happens, man. I have some of my very most best friends are combat vets, so I've had a lot of conversations about that. But you can't use that as a reason to get sideways with people here. Okay? So there's a better version. That's it. All right? If you can move your car out of the roadway, I sure would appreciate it. All right, good sir. Let's take care of some business here.
Okay.
So, he got a bunch of tickets. He's on his way.
Yep.
You're getting some tickets. You're going to be on your way now that I've separated you two. So,
Absolutely.
all the information up here is yours. Vehicle's information's here. And what I told him, same thing I'm going to tell you. At one point, I was doing over 90 miles an hour trying to catch you guys because you guys were speeding in front of me. So my radar was picking up speeds in the 70 range, anywhere from low 70s to high 70s, which would be consistent with me having to travel at a higher speed to catch up with you. So the way physics works.
I got you.
So what I can swear on a stack of Bibles as tall as your lifted truck without mud flaps is that you were doing at least 75.
Okay.
At least.
Okay.
Posted speed limit here is 45.
Gotcha.
You are walking the line of aggressive driving.
Okay.
Per Arizona state statute, aggressive driving requires multiple violations of Arizona motor vehicle law, and it needs 3, and I could, again, swear on a stack of Bibles on 2 of them. I couldn't swear on 3,
Gotcha.
so all I'm going to do is cite you with the 2.
Okay.
The 2 are exceeding the speed limit by more than 20 miles an hour,
Okay.
and that unsafe lane change of passing him on the left and then cutting in, because you shouldn't be passing a vehicle on the left at a speed that is over the speed limit in a criminal manner. Yep. So, now, the criminal speed is a criminal offense. It's going to require that you go to court.
Okay.
And you know what would have been easier? Tap on your brakes, let him go down the road and be a jerk to someone else, and then you're at your appointment on time. Also, it's a great lesson in stoicism, man. All right, if you guys don't have any, I appreciate you guys.
It's like 50.
It's like 25.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was 50 on this boat.
No. You know,
I'm
you were
65.
certainly mistaken. On the bright side, you also weren't doing 65.
Okay.
So you were doing 45,
Okay.
which is 20 miles an hour less than that, but it's also 20 miles an hour over the posted speed limit.
Okay.
So maybe your math's bad. Make sure that if you go to court, that you bring your parents. 'Cause obviously you're underage. Okay, you can give that to you there. Any questions I can answer for you? You okay? You already got 2 speeding tickets? Oh. So, you drive slowly, drive carefully. I do appreciate you, I feel like that guy's going over the speed limit. Appreciate you wearing your seatbelt though, okay? You're free to go, thanks. I don't know if I've ever seen someone do that. Like he just, oh, there he is, punching. So he's punching his steering wheel. And I feel like that's a, I don't know. That's a, when was he born? So he was born in 05. That's not a normal reaction to getting a speeding ticket. But he said it was his third. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't even have words. How's it going there?
How you doing, Frank?
Good. See your driver's license. Any idea why I might be stopping you?
Maybe I didn't slow down enough coming around the corner.
Super illegal window tint.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at it. It's limo. It's as dark as
You know, I watch your Fridays with Frank all the time, and I see that. I keep going, I wonder. The truck was like this when I bought it back in July.
And I'm sure that you've heard me say this before. There is
Yeah,
no
I've heard you say
stipulation
it, and I'm
for,
like,
hey man, I bought it like this. Well, that's
I
is
know.
what it is. All right. You have a registration and insurance for it? All right. I'll let you look at that and I'll be back with you. There's the cameraman.
Am I going to be on Fridays with Frank?
You probably are because you are a really slow learner. You're like, yeah, I got this illegal window tint. Nah, I'm going to drive around Santana and just see if he stops me. Of course I'm going to stop you. Look at it. It's like limo. It's so, I don't know how you just see out of this thing at night.
You know what?
This thing's as dark as looking at the inside of your eyelids.
You know what? And I agree with you on that. I definitely do because sometimes I roll my window down just so I can see what I'm doing. I very rarely drive at night. I know I've seen this on your show too before, but I'm trying to get my insurance card that says I needed to update that. I've got insurance. It's all good.
So you see how this happens. This is it. So when you're watching this and you're like, holy cow, that's me. You're like, this is how it happens.
My boss is the one who turned me on to watching that. He goes, dude, you got to watch this stuff. This is hilarious watching these people around here because we all live up here. And so I always catch,
And here you are.
And here I am.
Here you are, man.
When you turned and came up behind me, I looked in my rearview mirror. I go, that's Frank. That's his new car.
And here I am, man. So listen, I haven't given a single warning yet today. I've given nothing but cites every single stop I've made.
Oh,
so I'm due to give a warning. So I'm gonna give you a warning for this.
Okay.
Right? But you know you're a violator.
Okay.
Well, don't be a violator. Change your windows. Change your window tint. Just the front windows.
just the
Leave
front windows
leave the
that
back
have to be
ones.
done, right?
Back ones are fine. Go to a window tint shop, say, hey man, make it as dark as legal. They'll give you something that's 30%, be totally fine. You'll still be good in the sun. You won't be a violator.
Roll my windows down and leave them.
License.
No,
And you're driving.
I was driving for my dad.
I don't. Does your dad have the ability to supersede Arizona state law? The answer is no. Okay. I live on the mountain of right. It's where I reside. Do you have any ID on you?
Here's some of my court papers from a while ago.
Court paper? What'd you have to go to court for?
For driving right now.
For what?
For driving a while ago.
For driving? So you've been stopped for driving without a license before, and now you just keep doing it. Did you tell him to drive that car?
Yeah.
You did?
I did.
Do you know that he doesn't have a driver's license?
Yeah.
Oh. You literally can't even make this up. You can't make this up. So I'm going to write him for not having a license. I'm going to tow his car because he can't have it. I'm going to write Dad a citation for telling him to drive that when he knew he didn't have a driver's license. So everyone's going to get cites today. So he's born in 03. He has 1 suspension, 2 suspensions, 3 suspensions, 4 suspensions, 5 suspend. So he's been suspended 5 separate times between Apache Junction City Court and the court here for reckless driving, criminal speed, failing to appear, regular speeding, driving unsuspended. So he has no business ever being behind the wheel of a car. So I'm going to go ahead and take that car because Arizona law says that I have to, because he's never ever been issued a driver's license. So it's not because he's suspended, it's because his privilege to drive is suspended because he's never ever had a driver's license. And Arizona law says that I shall tow and impound that vehicle for 20 days. Anything that's of value in this car, take it out because I'm going to be towing and impounding it. Okay. He shouldn't be allowed to operate a remote control car, knowing he literally can't make a good decision. And now you're like, hey, human that can't make good decisions, drive my car. You have so many bad decisions in driving cars, driving on suspended, criminal speed, and all of that stuff that you should never be driving a car ever. Stop driving in Pinal County. What I need you to do is sign right here. And by signing, what you're going to say is that I don't need to put you in cuffs right now and take you to jail in order for you to voluntarily appear in front of the judge. All right. Questions? I can answer either one of you about anything, reason for stop, any reason why anyone got any one of the citations.
You gave my buddy DUI, I think.
Is it possible I gave...
He said you pulled him over in this car.
Yep. Yep, because holding people accountable for their poor decisions in Pinal County is one of the things that I do. And if it was high and he was driving... Wait, last name...
Yeah, and he wasn't high, it was... Yeah.
No, he was high because I drew his blood and tested it. And then he took me to court, and I beat him in court. The traffic unit decided, based on the amount of speed complaints that we were getting on Ironwood between Ocotillo and like Guadalupe baseline area, that we were going to do a saturation patrol. So the entire traffic unit's out, motorcycles are out, unmarked trucks are out, unmarked cars are out, and we are taking a zero tolerance stance on any sort of moving violations. 67's a pretty good speed. On the other side there, you were at 67 miles an hour, and the posted speed limit here is 45. I do appreciate you moving over for my partner there, though. Thank you for that. Good morning. See your driver's license, if I could, please.
I was just pulled over by your other...
You were?
Yes. I just got
a ticket. What'd you get a ticket for? Speed. Oh, yeah. Who gave that to you? Deputy Taylor. Yep, that's a good one. So, my reason for pulling you over here is because notice that there's 2 lanes, right? And I have all my red and blue flashy lights on. Okay. You notice that you traveled in the lane directly next to me. When you have to, under Arizona law, move over and give me the ability to not get hit.
I was in California. We just moved out here.
Well, and you know why that's okay in California? They don't care about their law enforcement like we do here in Arizona, so we make people give us some room. So when my red and blue flashy lights are on, you can't be in this lane. You have to give me the ability to get out of my car and come up here and talk to you. Okay? Now, I'm not going to write you a ticket for this. So if Deputy Taylor already took care of business, we'll leave you with 1 citation today from the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. However, know that you have to move over for us. From start to finish on a typical citation, I'm about 8 minutes. And that's from the time that I decide to stop someone to the time when they drive away and I clear the call. So we use a system called Trax. Everyone in all the kind of major agencies in the state use them. So on the back of your driver's license, there's a barcode. Same thing on your registration that comes from MVD. And what we do is we take this handy scanner and it's just doing that, takes all of the information from the registration and imports it into the computer. So all we have to do is just scan it, pull the information over, and it autofills and we go about it. So it makes it really fast. You're at a criminal amount of speed on this road, which is pretty fast. So yeah, registration and current proof of insurance also, please. We were doing 69, and the posted speed limit here is 45. So you're the fastest car on the road so far. My light was green, and you entered the intersection and came through, and traffic couldn't proceed on the green light because you made the left turn in front of everyone. Any idea why I might have stopped you?
Maybe did the light turn?
Oh, it was so red. It was like it wanted to meet green and be Christmas. That's how red it was. Oh, see, so you know what red and green is. Your birthday's on Christmas.
Stop.
So you know how red that is.
No, I really didn't.
We haven't paid your registration on this car in almost 2 years.
I have registration.
No.
I don't have registration?
No.
Are you kidding me?
I am not. I don't kid about things like Arizona motor vehicle law. It's a very serious matter. You gotta wear your seatbelt while you're driving down the road.
I'm sorry, I was on a phone call.
I know you were on the phone, and that's my reason for stopping you. Because you can't be driving down the road talking on your phone.
Oh.
So, and you have to wear your seatbelt while you're driving down the road, not talking on your phone. Oh, hello, children. Get all those people back there whose safety you're responsible for. What are you doing? Is there any reason why we're literally stopped in the middle of the road, right? The law requires that you pull parallel to the rightmost curb and stop. We are literally in the middle of, like I'm standing in the middle of the lane. The middle of the lane is here where I'm standing. The only reason cars aren't running into me is because my car is blocking. It's a super safe spot right there. So let's move down there and we'll continue this conversation. Someone left their chair in the middle of the road, which I feel like, although the view is nice, probably not the best place. Ugh. You know what the posted speed limit is directly in front of Poston Butte High School? You don't? Do you feel like that's something that might be important as you are part of the motoring public here in Santan Valley? Well, if you look right there, it says 35. If you look directly adjacent to us, it says 45. So it's 35 during school hours, which is why it says school on it, and 45 right here. No, it's also 45 over there. Your speed, 75 as you blew my doors off. And in case you're not a graduate of Poston Butte High School, 75 and 45, that's 30 miles an hour above the posted speed limit. So while I was sitting back there, and I'm looking at the back of your car with that enormous spoiler that's there, is that something aftermarket? Yeah. So you paid to have that on the back of your car? Does it make you go faster? No. It doesn't? Does it make you go slower? Because if so, that thing needs to be bigger because you drive really fast. You have any idea what the speed limit is here on Gansel?
45, 50?
Almost 2 years, close to the day ago, was written a citation for 67 and a 50 at that same exact location by another guy in the traffic unit. And then a month before that, in May of 2019, he was stopped also for speeding, also by another guy in the traffic unit, and also issued a citation. Checked out your record here with the sheriff's office. It appears you have a learning curve that's more like a gradual incline with speeding. So you've been stopped now by 3 separate people from the Pinal County Sheriff's Office traffic unit. So it appears like you really like traffic. So we're gonna give you, since you appear to like it so much, we give you the opportunity to go yet again.
Awesome.
Check civil here makes it so that it's not a criminal arrest. It's simply an administrative issue you have to take care of. Okay. Same court, Pioneer Justice Court, located down on Hunt Highway. I know you know how to do this. Please.
I don't have one. I'm just trying to pick up a coworker to get to work. This is my only way to get to work.
Okay, but you're going...
I realized the second I saw the speed limit sign, I realized I was going way too fast and I slowed down.
Way too fast.
I apologize.
Yes.
I'm supposed to be at work in 4 minutes and I'm running late.
So your poor time management has now created all of this.
Yes, I apologize.
Okay. Do you have anything with you that says who you are?
Yeah, I have an ID.
Let's start that. So you have an ID card. So your driver's license is suspended.
I haven't had one.
I'm sorry, you what?
I've never had one.
You've never had a license? So why are you driving if enough just to be working on the side of the road, but having people travel at a speed that's above the posted speed limit, that's really what's dangerous. So when you cross these 2 giant signs that are as big as the windshield of your car, when you cross between these, you have to be going a limit of 35 miles per hour. 56. And tinted windshield. Oh, really? What's up, man? How you doing? That's actually not true. See your driver's license.
What did I do?
Let me see your driver's license.
Feel me, Mom, come, I'm getting harassed. Don't touch my car.
Getting harassed?
What did I do? I wasn't speeding, I was following my mother.
Okay.
So
do you know what, let me see your driver's license.
What was I doing?
I'm not gonna ask you again or I'm gonna put my hands on you. Let me see your driver's license.
Dad, can you come here? I have it, stop, give me my...
There we go. So, posted speed limit. Well, you're in public, so there's no expectation of privacy. No, there's not. There is not in public. So you're in a. Did I say run anything?
Okay, can you just talk instead of being a... Like you're being rude. For what?
What have I done that makes me rude?
I'm not talking.
Okay, let me see registration, current proof of insurance. So I'm Deputy Sloup, work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is you were in a 35 mile per hour construction zone at 55 miles per hour.
How many other cars?
I don't care how many other cars were there. And then you also have a tinted windshield, which is also illegal. So I need to see registration, current proof of insurance, please.
So I bought my car like this.
Okay.
You just like stop hovering over me? Like...
No.
I'm gonna wait till my parents leave.
Okay. Hey, if you want to shut your door for me. Oh, man, that's aggressive. If you're curious about what's wrong with society, it is absolutely everything about this stop. So it is this arrogant, condescending attitude. It is... Hi.
This is my son.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we just got...
He's filming me.
It's okay. It's okay. And you know, I just had a test. It's we're going back home to Gilbert.
Okay, he's speeding and he's gonna get a ticket. That's it.
He's touching my...
You are not free to go. Get back in your car.
I'm not leaving. I'm touching my parents. Well, you started touching. You opened my door.
No, I didn't.
You opened it like this. You touched my car.
Okay.
It's just been a really bad day.
He has a problem. I will make this as quick, as painless as possible. However, that action deserves repercussions. Okay, along with the fact that he's 20 miles an hour over the posted speed limit. Okay, so and saying that he hopes that my daughter dies, that right there is unacceptable. Okay, that's unacceptable under any circumstances ever. So if you could just kind of try to control him while I take care of some business here, I sure would appreciate that. Thank you, sir. I don't even have words. Unbelievable.
State return.
Oh, and he's suspended. And he's admin per se suspended, which means it's criminal. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. So the driver of this vehicle is admin per se suspended, meaning that he was arrested in this particular case for DUI drugs previously, and has a subsequent license suspension. And obviously he's had a bad day previous to meeting me here, but that kind of response and action is just absolutely unnecessary. How old is he?
He's 19.
Oh, okay. So he's an adult and he's got adult stuff. So can I talk to him, please? Did you happen to see the 35 mile per hour signs over there?
No, sir. I thought it was 45.
Okay. They're big. They're posted on the side of the road there in the
traffic, and I was paying attention to the road.
Yep. I get it. Your first citation is criminal in nature, so it's a class 2 misdemeanor for driving while your license is suspended, revoked, or canceled. Your second one is a work zone speed violation with workers present. So there's workers present here in this construction zone. That's why it's here. And then fail to produce evidence of financial responsibility simply means that you didn't provide current proof of insurance as requested. And then I asked for it. You just...
I said I was waiting for it. I have it.
Okay. I asked you for it. You didn't provide it.
I was trying to find it. I don't know all
okay.
the stuff. We have insurance. That's not true.
Okay, but the fact of the matter is
I was trying to look for it. He was pressed. Yeah,
but I asked him.
I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer.
Okay, yeah.
I asked him once.
Okay.
I don't have to ask a whole bunch of times. I simply asked for the information that's requested, and it wasn't provided. There's no big deal for this. There's no points on his license as a result of it. Because there's so many uninsured drivers in the state of Arizona, we make it very easy for us to take care of it. but we also document it when we see it. All you have to do is show that on today's date and time that the citation was issued, that insurance was in place, and they dismiss the citation. There's no fine, and that's per state statute. Okay. And then the other thing is having improper material on your windows and or windshield. Obviously, having any sort of tint on your windshield's illegal. And when you drove by, I couldn't see. I had no idea how many people were in here because it was all black, because it's illegally tinted.
No, it's not.
There's no stipulation in Arizona state law for transfer of a vehicle. Fact of the matter is that there's a material on the window. Every year, there's hundreds of people are struck or killed on the side of the road that are just working. I mean, they're just there, they're doing their job, they're working, and when someone that disobeys all this signage goes through and does something. So you don't have a license, but you're out. Are you okay? You sure? Okay, you don't look okay. I look at people for a living, so when I see someone looks a little different, I typically mention it to make sure. You still live in Mesa?
Yes. Is it a good?
No, she doesn't look good. I don't know. She just
She's probably nervous that.
It could be, and that happens. I mean, it could be because she's not wearing her seatbelt, just like you're not wearing your seatbelt.
But I did take mine off soon as I just pulled over. I took it off.
All right. So why are you driving with an identification card if you know that you shouldn't be driving, right? So why are you driving?
Because I shouldn't be, and I know it just like you just said.
All right, don't go anywhere. Check of his information comes back with 3 different warrants out of 3 different jurisdictions. One here in Pinal, one from Chandler, and one from Mesa. So we're waiting to hear back and see if any of those agencies want to take him for his outstanding warrant, and he's going to get cited with criminally speeding for being almost 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, and then driving while his license is knowingly suspended. So that's what we have here, just with a very simple stop for speed. And I feel like if you're driving, your license, your license is suspended, you have an ID card, that driving at 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, passing cars, and I feel like that draws attention to yourself. So, not that I'm saying you should ever do anything bad or knowingly illegal, but if you are doing something illegal, you probably shouldn't be drawing excess attention to yourself by criminally speeding and weaving through traffic. First citation is for exceeding the speed limit by more than 20 miles an hour. That's criminal speed. Okay. Your second one is for driving while your license is suspended. Obviously, you can't be doing that. And then we just didn't have any current proof of insurance inside the vehicle. Okay. So you have a court date. It's the day after Christmas, so I kicked it out as far as I could for you.
Yeah, I actually turned myself in on the 6th, December 6th.
For what?
To do 2 years.
What?
Yeah.
You're going to miss your court date, man. What are you doing 2 years for?
Assault on an officer.
What? Man, you've been cool, man.
That's what I'm saying. So you can kind of see, just...
No, man, you're cool.
Getting and what I gotta go through.
I get it, man. But I appreciate you being cool with me because we don't want to go down that road. So you've got 3 different warrants from 3 different jurisdictions. Okay. Now, Mesa and Chandler, they don't want you. And I don't know why, because you're a cool dude. I'd want to meet you. Right. But Coolidge does want you. Right. So they want you. So I want you to put your hands behind your back. Right now, you're going to be under arrest for an outstanding warrant out of City of Coolidge. There he is. We're going to take care of this.
Love y'all. Can I kiss my daughter real quick, please?
Oh, you're good, man.
But I'm looking at, so I might not even get out.
Yeah, give her a kiss. Absolutely. As long as you're okay with it.
Please.
Okay.
Unlock the door, babe.
Were you talking to me? You call me babe?
You're probably cute.
All right. So, I don't feel comfortable allowing you to drive. Okay? Because I'm just going to shut this. Oh, she's asleep. I gauge people's sobriety for a living. And when I first walked up and I was like, you don't look good, it's because you were smoking weed. Well, you can't smoke weed and drive, so I'm not going to allow you to get in the car and drive. Right? So does that all make sense? It's like I'm not picking on you, I'm not going to allow you to drive down the road. Let's think of another reason, another way that you can get
60 up here. I didn't know.
Okay, well 60 is still more than 50. And you still passed me in traffic. So, all right. And is your driver's license suspended?
Oh, yeah. No. Well, it's finna be.
It's about to be.
It's about to be suspended.
But I got my license.
Okay, so we're on our 11th traffic stop of the day. The first 10 traffic stops were totally boring. They were stops. I went up, got information, came back, wrote a ticket or gave a warning, whatever it is. Those don't show up on Fridays with Frank. This stop is going to, because this guy is, plates are suspended, driver's license is suspended, passes me at 21 miles an hour over, says he wasn't, all this stuff. But overall, Fridays with Frank is really a show made to both educate and entertain. And if we put those first 10 traffic stops of the day on Fridays with Frank, you'd be asleep by now and you wouldn't even be listening to this. Your first citation is for driving while your license is suspended. Second one is for not having, or for having a speed above reasonable and prudent, so 21 miles an hour over. Displaying a plate suspended for financial responsibility, and not wearing your seatbelt. Ma'am, I know that your license is good, so if you could drive, that would be great. I'm going to give that to you there. That's your permit. No, it's okay. And be careful getting out there. The reason I'm not standing on your driver's side is because you literally parked right in the road. Okay. All right.
And why they got cameras on us though? What if we don't want to be on that camera?
Don't get pulled over in Pinal County. Hi there. Hi. See your driver's license, please. No, stop. There we go.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. R is for wreck. If you back into my car. Any idea why I'm going to stop you?
Speeding?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're almost 30 miles an hour over the speed limit.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get to the hospital.
I get it. What's that other one that's right there?
ID.
Okay.
When I first got here.
All right. Is this
like freaking the hell out right now because my son just got rushed to the hospital, so I'm like, kind of like, yeah.
What do you get rushed to the hospital for?
He's got the flu, but they're thinking he's COVID again.
Oh, okay.
So he's only 2.5 years old, so he's my first kid, so I'm a little on edge right now.
It happens. So, but if you get there an extra 3 minutes faster,
yes.
Is anything going to change? The answer is no.
No, correct. I mean...
Okay, so the answer is no.
Yes.
But driving at a criminal amount of speed is probably bad.
Correct.
And it's illegal.
Yes.
And if you get into a wreck, it substantially increases the possibility
correct.
Of you having to go to the hospital. Now you don't help anyone.
Correct.
Not only were you doing a criminal amount of speed, but you know your license is suspended. It's been suspended since 2017.
Okay.
Like...
I thought I had done.
It is... Yeah. It's why you have a new ID card and an old driver's license.
Well, the new one I had gotten...
That's why I said, hey man, that's an ID card. What's that? Because you handed me an old driver's license and a new ID card. They will not issue you an ID card if you have a valid driver's license. Right. So I knew that standing here. Okay. I was 100% ready to give you a warning for this.
Okay.
Until I found out that
I'm not
driving suspended. So
I know.
I did give you a break on the speed. You're doing a criminal amount of speed. I did not issue you a criminal citation.
Okay.
You're going to get a criminal citation for driving while your license is suspended. Okay. It's been suspended for like 6 years. Probably something you need to take care of.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I've been paying all my fines, paying all that. Mm-hmm. What else can I do to...
All of that stuff goes through the court. That's not a me issue. That's a court issue.
And the courts. They keep telling me to ask an officer. Because I've had an officer...
We don't suspend licenses. Like, that's not something Frank does on the side of the road. Like, hey, your license is suspended. Correct. So it's it's between... It's actually, probably the right answer is MVD.
Okay.
Because we don't suspend your license, but your license and ID cards come from MVD.
Okay.
So that's where you need to go and go, hey, look, I'm taking care of all I need to take care of. I also need to work and take care of my family.